Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the big clash here. It is the final of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup, and Classic Football Academy from Manipur take on Sudeva Delhi FC live from the Deccan Arena, Hyderabad. It is a big battle, and as big as it gets for these young guns. And there's the rival of Classic Football Academy. A team motivated and looks magical when they step on the pitch. A joy and a treat for the fans to watch.
We are here in the final again. We have been working really hard to reach the final, and Sudeva is a good side, and I'm sure our boys will give their best, 100% best, and ready and fight for each and every ball. So let's see how it comes. Thank you.
Well, Randy Singh and his boys are back with the lineup they fielded in the quarterfinals in a 7-0 massive victory against Punjab Under-17. Surat Singh with 5 clean sheets to his name. Anish leading the team with the captain's armband, and along with that, a few goal scorers there. Not just one. Gagocha, Rishi, Zahir Khan, Arbash, Puneet, all of them pretty familiar to scoring goals. Head coach Genius Mashangwa has been brilliant so far. And this team from Delhi will be up against a tough test. Sudeva Delhi FC, their under-17s have done great work at the youth level and have made some noise around the nation about the quality they have in themselves. A hard way to the finals. They have beaten the ISL side Chennaiyin FC in semi-finals. It was the penalty shootouts which were eventually required to decide the outcome. 8-7. It went to the last kick to decide the finalists.
Our strategy will be, we'll try to
2 goals in the quarter-final. And Arman Ahmed leading Sudeva. Both number 4s and both centre-backs. The least we can expect is a cracker of a match. There has been no shortage of action. Sudeva has scored 2 goals in every knockout stage game so far, even if they have conceded. But the minimum they've scored is 2. And there's the match referee, Arvind Shekhar. Well, along with him, assistant referees Tencel Chiru and Sahil Kumar are also there. And fourth official, Darshan MS. But what a big stage this is. The quest for the title is at its final stage, and the 2 remaining explorers, Sudeva Delhi FC and Classic Football Academy, knowing that there can only be one winner, will now need to overcome one final obstacle in the form of one another. It is a test and a wait of time. Sudeva have looked even more dangerous since they've overcome the group stage challenges. They've suddenly accelerated their scoring rate and they look untouchable. Even though Himalayan FC Kinnaur had scored 1 goal in the semi-final defeat against Classic. 3-1 victory there. If you look at the road, how they made their way to the finals. Well, Sudeva Delhi, they won 2-0 against Trinity in the round of 16 and then 2-1 against Zinc Football Academy in the quarterfinals. A 2-2 full-time score against Chennaiyin, eventually decided by the penalty shootouts 8-7. And for Classic Football Academy, it was a 7-0 in the quarterfinals against Punjab under-17 and 3-1 against Himalayan FC Kinnaur in the semi-finals. Well, it might be very cold in Delhi during winters, but Sudeva will bring with them the heat of the hottest summer days, while Classic Football Academy play their football with some elegance, stringing together passes to create moves like musical notes combining together to form the sweetest of harmonies of classical music and make them visible in front of our eyes to cherish. And we are on with the final. It's a Classic Football Academy in the regular yellow who will be attacking from right to left of your screens. Well, Sudeva will have a task in hand to beat this Classic Football Academy defense, because tell you what, Surat Singh and the entire Classic defense have 5 clean sheets in 7 games they've played. Conceded very less. It has been defensive discipline along with attacking prowess. Myself, Vash Rakosh, will be assisting you for the rest of the 90 minutes. Sudeva wins it back from the left. They'll have an eye for an early goal, which will help them a lot, because once Classic get going, they are very difficult to be stopped. Well, the top goal scorer race is also on between the strikers of the two teams. Ramesh Chetri with 5 goals to his name and Gogocha with 6 goals. A clever backheel from Arbash not coming off well. The offside flag will be up as well. Slightly varying formations, 4-1-4-1 for Classic Football Academy. They stick with their regular ideas, and there's the head coach, Genius Mashangwa. Classic Football Academy's dictator of things. Well, goal kick, says the ref. Ramesh Chetri was looking for a corner. And there's Bungsan. Locked forward for the run of Gogocha. He has a hat-trick to his name as well. His finishing has been excellent and clinical. And there's Chencho Dorji, the head coach of Sudeva Delhi SC. He's another of those masterminds in Indian football we've seen in the last few years. Won back by Sudeva. Well, sometimes in big games you see cagey affairs, but that's the last thing you would want to see as a spectator. Classic Football Academy, of course, they're not like cagey football. Instead, bring a beautiful brand of football with them, as we said at the start of the game. So soothing to watch. A free kick played square. Crossfield pass inside the box. Zahir with his left. The offside flag was up, but an early sighted goal. Zahir Khan And that's the advantage Classic Football Academy have. Well, was he offside? Well, didn't seem to be from our angle. But, well, lucky escape. He missed the target anyway. And that is the upper hand which Classic Football Academy have their front three and even the midfield two. And no stranger to scoring goals. Zahir Khan has also scored 3. Here he is on the ball. Given away. It's Purti on the overlap. Finds Ramesh Chetri, the 2 number 11s on a battle. Crossed in. Well, looked momentarily dangerous, but was nowhere near goal. Or rather, nowhere to cause trouble. Surat Singh also thought for a moment if there was danger, but covered it and watched it till the very end. Clearing his lines, Lalchinlan Haukip, and that was Josh. Sudeva, on contrast, they had scored plenty of goals in the group stage, but then suddenly the scoring graph has reduced, even though some would argue scoring 2 goals a game in the knockouts isn't something less. But comparatively, Classic have scored more. Yaifa chips it forward, enough pace on those young legs of Rishi. Almost kept it in, just out for a goal kick. Well, football is a team game and it shows time and again. Rishi Singh has also got a telling touch to Classic Football Academy's situation right now. He was the only goal scorer against Minerva in the round of 16. Malam trying to find a pass forward. Finds Purti, stolen by Rishi. We'll see a good battle down the flanks. Both teams have active channels, Rahul Mehta and Sachin for Sudeva. And that was a tackle from behind, which is why a free kick in favour of Classic Football Academy, which has been taken quickly. Well, it'll take a little bit of time for these teams to get into rhythm. And once they do, it's no less than a visual treat. Taif Bashir with the goal kick. Still early moments of the game, 7 minutes into the match. Arbash controls the midfield along with Puneet. Zahir Khan. Enough pressure from the Sudeva defense. Mate plays it back to Anish, who's once again looking for those long passes forward, which is not quite aimless and most of the times perfectly executed, which is why when they play these long passes, it looks so good. Switching play brilliantly has been a highlight of their game, and that's a beautiful turn by Tamlian Vaife to the right. Rahul Mehta, Sudeva in attack. That's well read by Pungsan. And Hangshing will combine with him to clear danger. And straight away, Classic Football Academy try to attack. Kokocha's flick deflected. Clever. And from the very beginning, whenever we have the young age group players, be it under 15, under 14, or under 17, under 19, whenever we see the games, we see plenty of skills and quality footwork on display. Even when we saw the FIFA Under 17 World Cup in 2017, we saw how good the Indian team was in the preparations, especially. It's always difficult to get out results, but some little glimpses of footwork and ball control technicality shows that we are on the right direction in an upward curve. These kids are learning and learning well. And every time we see a focus on grassroots. That was an unfair challenge on Zahir, and this time it's a fair one. Ramesh on the ball, has support in the form of Rahul. A good interception. And now some space opening up. It's Punit Thangjam combining with Rishi. Pressure from Purti. Yaifa. Back with him. Not allowing anything to each other. Bungsan to Hangxing. Well, that's a slight error. Not recovered, and that might be dangerous. Vaifei with the cross in. Hangxing with the interception. And finally rescues the danger caused by him, but he gives it away. And that's Josh on the overlap, brings it across. Collected by Surat Singh. Very well read and quickly played it out long. And not a great control by Gogocha. Had enough pressure on him from Haukip. Well, when you see a number 11 wearing a Chetwi shirt, you know whom it reminds us of. Can he resemble even little bits of his brilliance and help Sudeva to the Hero Under 17 Youth Cup title? Will be a wait to see. Classic once again going in attack. Couldn't keep it in. Josh Kumantam with the throw. 11 minutes into the game, no clear chances on goal for either of the teams. Intercepted by Zahir. Switches flanks quickly. Rishi. Back with Sudeva. And now back with Classic possession. Exchanged quickly. That long ball forward will be cleared away. It's very, very tight. Free kick for Classic. Their set pieces have been dangerous too. Their corner kicks have been accurate too. Shows the amount of hard work they put behind executing those on the pitch. Practice sessions, every one of it important. That was almost cold words, but Taif Bashir was aware and collects it comfortably. Routine collection. The midfield battle has to be won quickly by whoever we can expect to get on the lead first. And that is where the key will be. Whoever gets control of it first will have a chance to score first. Rahul Mehti. And now from the right, Ramesh Chetwi. Brings in a cross. Well, Tamlian Vaipei was just a fraction of a second slower to reach that. And now Gogocha's turn. Classic Football Academy. Can they convert their chance? Zahir with the cross, and not a great one. And that's a clearance under pressure. Lack of communication. He was unaware of the pressure on him. And that is why he cleared it. Well, there's where you need to communicate, and that's what Chencho Doji was saying, because every time you give away a set piece, it is dangerous. Their centre backs love to score, especially their captain. Gogocha delivers, and there's the lead. It's the first for Zahir, it's the first for Classic Football Academy, and it's the lead in the finale. Well, it's too early to predict anything, but the early damage has been done by Classic Football Academy. And that's where the set piece threat lies. A defensive mistake as well, combined with attacking brilliance. And Zahir Khan, with the faintest of touches, turns it in to give Classic Football Academy the much important lead. And that is why Chencho Doji's expressions and frowns came in the moment they gave away the corner. It's not a cakewalk to defend set pieces, and now Venedi Singh, even though his team is on the lead, he'll want them to focus and keep their composure. It is very difficult and a far way away from the finish line. Crossed in, Suraj is out of his lines, punched it away. Damlian Fife with the step over. Sudeva looking for instant reaction. Throw in the final third. They might be going long as well. An option most of the teams like to keep nowadays. Putti. Fife with the turn. Has a... Well, the shot is blocked. And now on the rebound. Well, that was powerful, but always rising off target. Malem, Singson and Fife combining there. An instant reaction from Sudeva. Back to Suraj rather. Pressure on him. And after the first quarter, it is 1-0 in favor of Classic Football Academy. And Ramesh Chetri on the ball. Sudeva will show more urgency, even though early days. They don't want to keep it hanging. Rahul Mete fighting against Hangsheng, teamed up by Erbash, and look at that commitment to not give away the corner. I'll wonder if it went out already. It'll get only more and more interesting with passing time in this game. Interesting way to line up inside the box from the Sudeva attackers. Strategical and might be from the training grounds. It is a corner and it's Sachin to deliver. And it's Sudeva's turn from the set piece. Can they cause some similar damage and be back to level terms? Sachin with the left-footed delivery. Very interesting line-up inside the box from Sudeva. The header on target. Saved by Suraj Singh. Quickly to the ball. And it was the captain, I believe, Arman Ahmed, who got almost perfect connection to it. And tell you what, it wasn't a bad header. It's good goalkeeping from Suraj Singh to save Classic Football Academy. Ahebam Suraj Singh, based on local talent, Classic Football Academy from Manipur. They have been impressing everyone with the football they've played so far, and now with the lead, they might just look to take control. Sudeva won't allow. And Ramesh has won the ball. That's not a great challenge from Manish. Ramesh inside the box. And once again collected just between the path of the pass was Suraj Singh. The perfect positioning from the young goalkeeper. And a white idea from Suraj Singh. Well, that was a mistake from Anish. And that is where you need to keep your minds and composure strong. Punit Thangjam. Slender 1-goal lead. That'll be a free kick. Clever, sharp turn from Tamlian. They have the quality, Sudeva, to get back. They have done it against Chennaiyin, the only ISL side who made it to the semi-finals. Sudeva have beaten them, and they'll have the confidence to repeat a comeback story. But Classic Football Academy will also argue that they have beaten big teams in the group stage, the likes of Jamshedpur FC, Shillong Lejong, and also East Bengal. And Zahir also scored in that game against East Bengal. And here's Damlian Vaife. From the left, Sachin. Sudeva still looking for the equalizer. And back to the centre. Malem Thodam. Good pressure from Classic Football Academy. Hang Shing needs to focus slightly more. The Classic Football Academy defenders not really on their clinical A game, but surely doing enough to restrict them, and that was a push from Vaife. Sloppy and somehow collected by Taif Bashir, thankfully, and there was no pressure on him to snatch that. Header forward, and the flag is up for offside. And he was confused, but the referee had a clear view of that. Or maybe a foul is what he spotted, I'm not sure. But whatever it is, it's possession with Sudeva Delhi. Rahul Mehti combining with Vaife. Well, they cannot keep giving away Sudeva possession in dangerous areas. If they continue doing so, Sudeva can get back soon. They've also been performing so well in the under 15 level and the under 13 level. Sudeva Delhi. That's a great pass forward. Can Zahir get onto that one? Not really. Well shielded by Josh Kumantem. Sharp touches. Josh once again lofts it forward for Ramesh Chetwi. Very intelligent. Has the sense of where the ball will go and thinks a step ahead of the defender. Gives him an edge at times. And here's Damlian Vaipe. Miss pass. Now Ramesh. His shot is deflected. Well, Classic gives it away once again. Damlian with the cross. Sudeva are looking to equalize. Ramesh Chetri with the header. Still with Sudeva. From the left, Sachin. Blocked away by Yaifa. And tell you what, Classic Football Academy, even though on the lead, are living dangerously. Very rarely would you have seen them face such difficult moments in the tournament. Or maybe only once or twice, and that will be a foul. Soft one, but has hurt Hang Shing. There's the replay of that challenge. More of a tangle. Got stuck from behind. Anish Singh to Yaifa. Hasn't got the opportunity to go on the overlap for much today. The crossfield pass will find Zahir. And these passes really cause trouble. And look at that touch from Zahir. Tried to find the run of Rishi. And one more corner for Classic Football Academy. Well, it is the Deccan Arena Hyderabad. And it is Sudeva Delhi who have eliminated Trinity Deccan, who had this venue as the home ground. Another corner delivered. The header off target. Well, every time they somehow manage to find a player in yellow when they deliver the corners. Once again, a perfect delivery by Gogocha. And almost the perfect header, missed the target. And no clue whatsoever for the Sudeva defense for the second time now. Lucky escape, I would say, had it been on target. Not sure what the outcome could have been. Gogocha slightly shifting wide to support his team. They're having to do more of the defending. And Randy is still having a go at the players. He doesn't want any lack of effort. Consistent and persistent effort is what he expects. Every single second of commitment. And that is what impresses this man who himself was one of a kind. And has fought and won many famous battles. And now some space. Rishi running forward from the right. Important challenge comes in. Back with classic. Puneet. Sudeva have been defending well from these on-field moves. But the set piece has been a question mark. Sharp from Hangshing. Needs to release the ball quickly. There has been challenges. Zahir has Gagocha in support. Will find a different option. And that'll be a foul and in a dangerous area. Hangshing reached to it first. And that is why almost earned the free kick for his team. He has been almost a foul magnet. Unfair challenge by Singson from behind. Even he knows it. Just with the flow of the game. We'll have a word from the referee though. That is a very dangerous area. And why not? They might just fancy for goal. Gogocha is on the ball. Standing on the set piece. The number 7 with the free kick. And that lands in the back of the net with precise. Well. Gogocha, what a finish at what a game. And it's double the lead for Classic Football Academy. Well, as accurate as it can get from the set piece. And Gogocha gets his 7th goal of the competition. Curling on target, beats the keeper, all ends up. Should have done better. But precise and accurate finishing once again for Classic Football Academy, and now they'll live more comfortably. It's Gogocha Chungkam with the 2nd of the game. And now Sudeva Delhi have a mountain to climb already with half of the first half remaining. Well, slightly less than it. But Zahir and Gogocha once again on the score sheet. Both of them also scored in the semi-finals. The 3rd goal, of course, was scored by Arbash. And now Sudeva need to initiate things quickly. Tamlian Faife just trying to do that. Excellent footwork. Ramesh not on the same wavelength. Doesn't find the pass. The game will slightly open up now. Singson. He'll be the culprit for giving away the free kick. And that'll play in his mind. Yaifa trying to work his way past. As a solid challenger, but a free kick given away. Too strong and too aggressive. And there we go. Takes the man off. Slightly hurt himself. Well, Classic Football Academy has been brilliant so far in the tournament and as well in the game. 2 goals within 28 minutes. What more would you want from your team in a final game? And there you see the challenger Well, the landing of his foot was also awkward. That is what hurt him more, right on the face. But he's a strong lad. And defenders especially very, very strong and expected to be. Yaifa Chinkum. Well, that's the cooling break for a moment for these players to have a breather, and we will try to have a look at the 2 goals scored by Classic Football Academy. And they'll have more energy and motivation. Renedy still explaining what mistakes they've made, what they can do better, and how they cannot allow Sudeva any chance. And there's the first one from the corner, converted by the faintest of touches by Zahir Khan. And it was Gogocha with the assist from the corner kick, and then himself turning goal scorer. That's a top quality finish. And a very, very top quality finish. Well, tell you what we are hearing is a surprising change waiting, or rather has happened, for Sudeva. We'll wait for the official confirmation. Right now it's Classic Football Academy in attack. Yaifa with the throw-in. Back with Sudeva, Ramesh Chetri. And there is the confirmation of the change we were talking about. It is Karan Makkar, the substitute goalkeeper, who has come on to replace Taif Bashir. Well, sometimes harsh on the players, but in this type of a contest, well, some coaches would think of doing that. You do not want to concede more. But tell you what, even though Taif Bashir could have done better on those occasions, especially the free kick, but the initial offense was committed by the defense. And sometimes it's harsh on the goalkeepers, how they are at the receiving end of all the punishment, conceding the goals. Of course, an added responsibility as well, which Surat Singh has done well on the other hand. But Karan Makkar has an opportunity to showcase what he has got. And can he be the savior and not to let any more flow in, and instead Sudeva can then look to capitalize on the attacking opportunities they'll have and get back in the game and maybe even go for the win. There's a long way still remaining in the final. 30 minutes played, 32 to be precise. Singson, Josh plays it forward to Ramesh Chetri. Back with Singson, the sliding challenge totally missed by Puneet. Sudeva trying to control things. There's Josh. Harsh challenge in the center of the park, but it's play on, an advantage allowed to Sudeva. Finally cleared away. There's Gagoja, once the creator, once the scorer. Sudeva need a goal and need a goal badly before half time. They wouldn't love to keep the scoreline hanging 2-0 when they move into the break. That'll mean only more and more trouble and difficulties and hardness increasing in the level of the game for Sudeva. Tamlian. Sachin's pass is intercepted. He switched flanks with Rahul Mehti, who has gone on to the left channel. Genius Mashangwa being the genius mind, of course, along with Renity Singh. Always in mention, always in limelight, such has been the impact of this man in Indian football. Even with a stint in East Bengal in the Hero ISL. And those kind of performances make you think if Indian head coaches can actually sometimes get the better out of the young lads. We saw a few days ago how India under 17 got a 2-0 victory against Uzbekistan under 17 in the first of the two games. Brilliant footwork by Hang Shing, still under control and cleared away eventually. No foul, says the ref, and that might eventually be one against Classic Football Academy. Arman Ahmed leading Sudeva Delhi. The defense has leaked too. Their attacks need to supply. The acrobatic attempt doesn't help. Another goal kick for Classic Football Academy. Deep into the first half. 35 minutes played. 2-0 in favor of Classic Football Academy. Throw in down the right flank. What more ideas do Sudeva have? Their attacking trio hasn't been working well at the moment. The wings have not combined well with Ramesh Chetri, who needs more supply. Sudeva on the ball, trying to build up from the back. They have tried to create plenty of attacks. That's a fair challenge from Damlian. Sachin from the right, taking it to square. Shooting spaces quickly closed down for Malam Thodam and given away. Back with Classic Football Academy. That's the discipline and shape they maintain. Well, that seemed to be an unfair challenge. Ramesh Chetri, slight bit of frustration creeping in. And this man winning them the free kick a while ago, from which they got their second. He's been quite a foul magnet, as we were saying, even in the last few games. He tries to keep things with himself. That's a great pass forward. Not enough to find Rishi. Haven't seen much of Rishi down the right flank, apart from the initial phases. Most of it has been central or from the left through Zahir Khan. Malam Thodam to Josh. Lofts it inside the box. Ramesh Chetri trying to turn his man. Now on his left. Finds a pass. Intercepted in time. And finally the cross comes in. But yet again a same story headed out by Haifa. They seem to be too strong at the moment. And everything working in their favor. But not that pass. Commentator's curse. A miss pass from Puneet Thangjam. Well, we expect a close battle in finales, and it is still a possible one because Sudeva are very well into it. Rahul Meite's pass forward, the header from Bungsan. Collected by Surat Singh, who has been very, very sharp. Well, not just today, but throughout the tournament. Not many tests for him in today's game. Great technique to bring it down from Rishi. If you look at that receive again, it was perfect from Rishi Singh. Kept it in. Anish all the way back to Bungsan, who leaves it for his goalkeeper, Surat Singh. And why not? They'll take their time, slow it down, control things. They love to do it their way. The 1-2 not executed well, the wall pass as we say. Back with Sudeva. They badly need a goal before the halftime break. Intercepted. Here's Zahir Khan, who's dropped down so deep. And Gagocha will win back possession for his team. Great ball control from Classic. Anish. Immense confidence, but sometimes it can cost you as well. And look at who's doing the defensive duties there. It was Gagocha down deep. And once again the wall pass, almost a foot race for Hang Shing, who is chasing it down to the very end till the goalkeeper. Gagocha to Rishi, who has dropped central. Puneet has gone wider. Slightly change in formation and tactics from Classic Football Academy, trying to work their way to one more goal. Hang Shing's touch. He has stayed on the overlap. Zahir has dropped as a fullback. Many switches happening within the Classic Football Academy formation, trying to get one more goal with tactical brilliance. And Gagocha's touch. He wasn't aware of the presence of Singson from behind. Headed out of danger by Bungsan Singh. Malam, Joshua with the cross inside. No red shirts to aim for, but they'll have another throw in. They have been winning back possession, having quite some amount of it, but not being able to cause trouble with that. Now from the right, Sachin trying to get hold of things all alone there. Will find Malam Todam, whose cross is straight to the hands of Surat Singh. Well, it wasn't straight to his hands, but Surat Singh read the cross and hence quickly came out to collect it. Back with Classic Football Academy. Well, 3 minutes remaining of regulation time before we move into the halftime break. And if the scoreline stays like this, Classic Football Academy might run away with the game in the second half. And to not allow that happening, Sudeva have to score at least one here. Well, even though it'll still be a chance for them in the second half, but it'll just make sure the task doesn't get harder. And there surely will be few minutes added on after 45 as well. Stolen. Now Zahir trying to combine. Has given back. Zahir with his left. Narrowly off target. Doesn't swing the way he wanted it to. And once again, you give them a chance inside the box, and they look dangerous. Slightly mis-executed. Purti from the left for Sudeva. Ramesh Chetri having to drop deep, not getting much of the supply he would expect. Switched to the right. Sachin. And now floated in a dangerous area. And no one at the end of it. Goal kick for Classic Football Academy, who are very much on the driver's seat at the moment. Even though Sudeva haven't given up, which is a good sign, and that's what we expect from them. Technical ability is no more a question mark at this young level. And that has been the massive change and improvement in Indian football over the years. Many aspects, to be honest, from physical aspects of the game to the training they get, the facilities that they have, even though some would say it's still lacking, but then we are gradually improving. And it's much, much better than it used to be in terms of the facilities. And of course, the technical abilities of these young players has developed, given that focus on grassroots has been emphasized on. And 3 minutes is the additional time at the end of 45. Singson finds Josh, who chips it forward yet again towards Ramesh. A better touch from him, who is inside the box to aim for, though. He'll go himself. The deflection could have taken it anywhere. But Surat Singh loves his clean sheet and wants the golden gloves as well, probably. 5 of it. And if he can maintain a solid performance in the final, he'll have 6 clean sheets. Zahir once again from the left. Gogocha just couldn't control it. Enough pressure from Singson once again. They have been applying good pressure whenever Classic go on attack. And both the goals have come from set pieces and not open play. And that is one point Sudeva will need to keep in mind, that they've not actually done too bad in defending. Just the set pieces they need to be aware of and do better on those occasions. But if they can score 1 or 2 goals in free play and not allow Classic more set pieces, who knows, we can see something else in the second half. And that was an unfair challenge and might be a yellow card too. Very intentional and stopped a free-flowing attack. A yellow card for Sursing Purti, I believe. We'll wait for the confirmation. There was the challenge for which the foul was given, and then a yellow card as well goes into the books. And now Chencho Doji will also have to think of plan B in second half, not just in terms of gameplay and tactics, but also in personal. His left full back is on a yellow. And in these type of high intensity games, it can be very dangerous. The risk of a red card always remains. Singson, great work to get past the challenges, but eventually back with Classic. Arbash after long. Arbash and Puneet, the midfield has been comparatively silent. If you look at their previous games, Classic Football Academy, even Mate, he has been doing the defensive work though. But attacking wise, and it's almost a wrestling match there between Rahul Mete and Yaifa. Well, we are done with the additional 3 minutes, and there is the half-time whistle. It's 2-0 and Classic Football Academy very much on the driver's seat at the end of the first 45. 2 set pieces, 2 conversions. The first one, an assist from Gagocha converted by Zahir. And the second one, a perfect free kick goal. Beautiful to watch from Gagocha, who got his 7th goal of the campaign. And these players on the bench of Classic will also look to continue on the same wavelength and same intensity when they're given their chances in the second half. They'll of course switch few things, but Sudeva more importantly have to do more of the switching and testing and experiments if they want to get back in this game. And there's how the game went by. Well, it all started, and those are the guests of the game. Mr. GP Balgona, Mr. Shabir Ali, and Mr. Syed Arif, as we talked about at the start. Classic Football Academy were under pressure, and then in the 14th minute, the first corner of the game, the first corner for Classic Football Academy, and Sahir Khan somehow turns it goalwards, and there were a few more chances for Classic. And then from this free kick, well, accuracy of a laser beam launched into the back of the net by Gagocha to give them the double. Sahir Khan had a few opportunities as well, and the highlights very well shows that Sudeva, even though had enough of the possession, couldn't cause much danger, and it was Classic Football Academy who did the most. And at half time, as it stands, it's Classic Football Academy 2, Sudeva Delhi 0. Welcome back to the grand finale of the Hero Under 17 Youth Cup 2022-23. It is the second 45 minute of action which awaits at the Deccan Arena, Hyderabad. And after the first half, it's a Classic Football Academy who are on a 2-0 lead against Sudeva Delhi, who have plenty of work to do. And we are on with the second and final 45 minutes of the tournament, unless we have 2 more goals from Sudeva, which sees us ending the game through the penalty shootouts. But tell you what, the distance between Delhi and Imphal is approximately 2,426 kilometers. But with time passing, Classic Football Academy are taking it away and away from Delhi towards their home. The trophy is waiting for the team from Manipur, but Sudeva still have 45 more minutes to rescue their chances, and they have had a few substitutes. It seems we'll wait for the confirmation straight away, trying to make an impact. Deflected, or rather blocked away, and early corner for Sudeva Delhi. And as we can see, the number 12, Jajo Prussian, has come on. We'll wait for the confirmation and even see if Classic Football Academy also had a few changes, or any rather. But right now they have a corner to deal with, and Sudeva would love an early goal here. That can do them a world of good. It is Singson with the corner kick in the first minute of second half. We're still waiting for the corner kick. Singson is ready and determined as well. The assistant coach of Sudeva. And floated in eventually. Not well collected, but there's a foul inside the box, says the referee, which is why Classic Football Academy survive first sign of danger from Sudeva in the second half. There's Hangsheng back with Classic Football Academy. The starting phases after any break is very difficult for teams, especially because you are not into the momentum. And there's the confirmation of the substitution we were talking about. Sachin has been replaced by Chajo Prussian, the number 12 for Sudeva Delhi, who will be operating from the left channel for the time being. One back by Tamlian Faife. Here is the substitute. Straight away won a corner and now involved in another attack. But Ramesh Chetri's cross isn't quite on target. Well, we have seen a number of heroes and stars emerging from these contests at youth level. And that was Ramesh Chetri, who tried to keep it in. Did initially, but the cross went out of play. Do we see any difference in play from this game in the next few minutes? The substitute trying to take it all alone through the entire Classic defense, but eventually forced to play it back. Thodam to the right, Josh with the cross. Awkward bounce in front, still with Sudeva. Cleared away and back with Sudeva. They're coming all out and all guns blazing, and that's a free kick in a very dangerous area. That was slightly awkward for Anish Singh initially, and then a foul from Punit gives away a free kick almost from a similar zone from where Classic Football Academy scored their second, slightly far behind and also slightly acute in angle compared to that one, but still a range from where you can see them have a go at goal. Will we see another free kick goal? Strategical from Sudeva. They were arranged a wall for themselves as well, trying to implement something once again from the training grounds. It's Malam Thodam with the free kick. Can Sudeva have their way back from the training ground straight to the hands of Surat Singh? And that's all they have in their bag, even though that's a shot on target and a good attempt, but not enough in it to beat the keeper. Yaifa slightly misunderstood the run of Gogocha, but he'll eventually find Zahir. Arbash with his left kept rising and always looks dangerous when they approach the final third. There's something about Classic Football Academy's attacks, and they're passing as well, how quickly they move into the moves. And if they get into the mood, they'll be very, very dangerous. Tell you what, such has been their story. 11 goals in the knockout stages before this in 3 games, round of 16, quarterfinals and semis distributed within the 3 matches, and 2 today, which means 13 goals in knockout stages, which is almost close to what Sudeva scored in the group stage. 1 back. And now Singh Sun goes for the shot, blocked away by Anish. And they're showing glimpses of goal scoring chances, but just not able to convert. But they're getting closer and closer, Sudeva, to finding 1 back. Arman Ahmed all the way back. Lofted forward. Tussle for possession. Clever pass forward. Kept in by Prashan. Floated into the danger zone. The header isn't quite perfect, and Classic Football Academy will breathe relief again. Gogocha with the forward pass, and that's where they're dangerous. They move quickly into counter-attacks. Rishi with the pass. The header isn't quite great. Gogocha has it. And now 3 red shirts around him. Throw in for Classic Football Academy. They do not need much invitations when they get those chances. Yaifa showing him the ball and taking it away. But 3 or 4 red shirts surrounding him, and that's the slightest of touches to stop Rahul Mehti. A free kick for Sudeva from the centre circle. Haukip finds Malim. Now Singson. The midfield of Sudeva have seen more of the ball compared to Classic Football Academy, who have of course done the damage in the first half. Now Singson from the left. The shot wasn't bad. A shy at goal, but off target, and that is why he has been brought on to give some hopes to the Sudeva fans and the team. Sharp, and it was the right idea from that situation. But Chajo Prashan, he's looking impressive so far. Won a corner for his team, then creating few attacks, and now has a shot at goal, even though it was off target. Poked away from Sudeva. That'll be a throw-in. Renedy Singh, composed and calm right now, but any moment you can see some animated gestures and reactions from him. Always loves action and doesn't want his team to sit silent. That's a good pass out wide left, and equally matched up by a wonderful sliding challenge by Yaifa Chinkam. There is a Chacho Prashan, the substitute, who continues impressing. Singson. Sudeva still in attack, continuous and similar to what they were doing in the first half. Out of play for a throw-in. Well, he's complaining about a challenger on him. And there was, of course, a challenge from behind. And there's Genius Mashangva. Sometimes you wonder if his name is almost in resemblance to the ideas he brings on the pitch with Classic Football Academy. Absolute genius. And so was the execution of the free kick from Gogocha. Throw in for Classic Anish. Well, sense of calm confidence among the players of Classic Football Academy, which is very interesting to watch at this young age. Sometimes you would see confidence taking over with aggression, and there's a chance for Sudeva from the right now. One back by Tamlian, and Arbash with the challenge. And the referee decided it's a last touch from a Sudeva player. And he's having a word with the player as well. I'm not sure if that's a good gesture from the young player. Discipline is a key to the game. Gogocha's touch forward, well, already stopped by the referee's whistle. Clever from him. All the way back to Suraj. Some pressure on him. Hefty clearance. Back with Sudeva. Sudeva has been doing more of the attacking. Headed forward. Ramesh Chetri is there. And so is Surat Singh, who will collect it once again safely. Safe hands. You can trust. And that gives your attackers and outfield players great amount of belief that there is someone at the back protecting your goal like the guardian angel. It's so good to have such a strong keeper. Even if you look at our national team, often in performances where the goalkeeper lone-handedly has stood out a warrior, the likes of Gurpreet Singh Sandhu in matches like the 0-0 draw against mighty Qatar, who were just the Asian champions then in 2019. We travelled to Qatar to hold them down. Even our captain, leader, legend Sunil Chetri was absent from that match due to being unwell. And that was an injury, and hence a yellow card for Gogocha. Well, it is Nilankam Pami who has come on the pitch, and very surprising to see the player who has gone off. Even though he hasn't had much of an impact, but he has got that sense and ability to score goals. He has also got a goal to his name, Rishi. But right now there will be a slight change of formation for Classic Football Academy as expected. Pami will move to an attacking position, and Gogocha has moved wide to the right. Zahir Khan, past 3 challenges, finds a pass to the right. Gogocha has free space, takes it on his left. The block is made, and almost could have had his second goal of the game. Well, you have to keep an eye on these exciting youngster. Gogocha Chungkam, look at the idea, takes it to his left. Well, important block from the other captain, Arman Ahmed, who is also playing a crucial role. But once again, a corner and a threat for Sudeva. Floated to the danger zone. The header this time wouldn't be near target from Zahir. The workload these classic football academy players take to every time cover up for anyone out of his position is so good to watch. Puneet, haven't seen much of him involved in today's game. An hour of the game has been played. It's still 2-0 with those 2 goals from the set piece. Gogocha once again lofts it forward, or rather switches play to the right. Excellent passing. And there was a foul, I believe, but I'm not sure if it has been spotted. There seems to be a free kick in favor of Classic Football Academy, rightly so. And there was the challenge from Sur Singh Purti. Tell you what, he's on a yellow card and he has to be aware. The last thing Sudeva Delhi would want is a red card, and Purti is already on a yellow. And there was a very, very naughty challenge. Will be lucky to escape a second yellow here. Puneet is down on the ground getting some treatment, and we were saying about the quality players which we have got from the youth level tournaments, and we'll discuss about that as well. But here's a glimpse of those 2 goals. The first one from the corner and the second one from the free kick, and what a free kick. Well, players at the top level would be proud of that finish. Excellent from Gogocha Chungkam. Top goal scorers of this tournament have gone on to make big names for themselves later on. Right now it's a free kick. Arbash with the delivery. A man down on the ground, but collected well by the substitute keeper Karan Makkar. Well, Karan Makkar replaced Taif Bashir in the first half, and he has done well to not concede any, but hasn't been tested as such, to be fair to Taif Bashir, who conceded the first 2 goals. But sometimes you also hold on to your luck in some circumstances, even though some people do believe in it, some people don't. But whatever works in your favor, you'll be happy with that. Free kick for Sudeva in the center of the park. There was a pull from behind by Zahir on Rahul Mete. Haukip lofts it forward. And once again at the end of things was Jajo Prashan, but he couldn't get enough of contact to turn it goalwards. And nonetheless, he has been promising. Prashan at the end of it once again just couldn't do enough. We had some space to do better, maybe take it down and look for other options. And that's what they learn with time and age. Gogocha, Yaifa, Classic Football Academy trying to work their way out. Slightly clumsy at the moment, but time is running away. Ramesh Chetri hasn't been able to stand up to the expectations we had at the start of the game, but still 26 more minutes for him to maybe score 1 or 2 and get Sudeva back to dreaming about the title, which is right now very far away from Delhi. Its movement has started and its journey towards Manipur has started. But Sudeva might just want to spoil the party and hijack the trophy back to Delhi. Prashan. And that's sometimes a problem when you bring on a substitute player. The combination is at times missing. He was looking for a good pass forward for Damlian Vaife, who just didn't read it. And here is Damlian. She has been working hard, creating things, trying to at least. Intercepted by Bungsun. And there's a handball. Sometimes you feel for the player if these kind of decisions sometimes can go in favor of you, but most of the time so it'll be given as a handball. Ramesh Chetri trying to play the wall pass. Prashan with the pass. Singh Sun takes it to his right. It's Prashan's shot. And Surat Singh is not at all happy with his defense. Sudeva Delhi are getting closer and closer, and it is a dangerous sign and a warning shot at Classic Football Academy, who need to be aware. One change has already been made. Pamei has replaced Rishi. But Ranidi Singh and genius Mashangwa will be charting out more tactics to seal the deal and take the prestigious Hero Under-17 Youth Cup trophy home. Won back by the goal scorer. Sharp turn, but blocked, outnumbered there. Well, what can Chenchur Doji do differently to convert the chances? They're creating plenty. They're having ball possession. And that's some risk taken by Karan, but he's confident to deal with that. Arman Ahmed plays it forward. Now Purti. Sudeva most of the times throughout the game in attack. But the scoreline says something very different. And that is because Classic is clinical in attack. And is that a penalty? Well, it has been given as a free kick. Just at the edge of the box. We'll have a look at that again. Just at the edge of the box. And it's Damlian Vaife who has won a dangerous set piece opportunity for Sudeva. And Classic Football Academy leave it hanging and keep calling upon danger. Vaife will deliver. The substitute will be inside the box as well. So will be the captain, Arman Ahmed. One goal here will make it very, very interesting now on. Vaife with the delivery. Towards goal, hits the post. And will be only falling to a yellow shirt, which means that's the end of the attack. But what a free kick. All ends up beaten was Surat Singh. But the upright to the rescue. Sudeva continue attacks. This is very, very good to see. Ramesh Chetri. No space for turning. Finds Prashan. They're looking for the one goal back and then they can look for the comeback. Gogocha doesn't want to give away a free kick. That's a free kick in favor of Classic Football Academy, and that'll take off the venom of the continuous attacks. And now finally Classic Football Academy can breathe for a moment. Sudeva are coming continuously. Look at that. Hits the inside of the upright. Lucky enough it didn't go in. Any deflection here and there could have taken it to the net. But just seems like it's not their day. But they have to work hard and keep working hard to get the goal back. It's good football from Sudeva Delhi. Ramesh, his touch isn't great. rather got stuck under his feet. Arbash wouldn't find Zahir Khan. And another change for Classic Football Academy, or rather Sudeva Delhi FC, pardon me. It is an attacker who has been introduced to replace the fullback. It is Mohammad Sami who will replace Josh. Classic in attack. Gogocha from the right takes a tumble. Is there a free kick? Not really. A goal kick, says the ref. A right decision. The angle was never favouring him, but a good attempted one by Gogocha, and the attacks of Classic Football Academy have slightly been numbed out and nullified, as it's all red at the moment apart from the scoreline. Haukip did play with 3 defenders now. Damlian, clever dummy, and now the cross towards the far side, looking for the substitute Sami. Doesn't find him inside the pitch. A goal kick. Well, 71 minutes played. No matter how much Sudeva keep attacking, how much dominance they have on the pitch, at the end of the day, it's the scoreboard which will speak the result of the game. And tell you what, time is running away. Even though still enough to score 2. But 1 goal from Classic can take it away. Pame hasn't been linking well so far. No such attacks from Classic Football Academy, and that is the danger for them. We have seen plenty of goals when these two teams play. A good cross. Not great defending. Sami couldn't get the shot off. And there's Yaifa, who wouldn't be able to keep it in. And there's Damlian. A corner for Sudeva. They're leaving very, very dangerously. Classic Football Academy are right now slightly off the pedal and off the game. Very surprising to see. They have generally won games with domination and control. Not the case here. The header is off target. And that's the cooling break. And there's the chief guests of the game today. Well, the last quarter of the game approaching after the cooling break, and a lot will depend on Arbash, Punit and Mate, who will have to control things in the midfield of Classic Football Academy. But there has been no shortage of action from Gogocha and Zahir Khan, who combined to get Classic Football Academy the first goal and the early lead in the 14th minute of the game. And the celebrations went on in style. But before Sudeva could make their way back, it was Gogocha with this wonderfully executed free kick to beat Sudeva's keeper and find the second goal. And a slight bit of breather for the players after restless action. And 15 more minutes of wait to know the protagonists of this story. who are making their way to the quest of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup. Classic Football Academy, I'm sure, had a word with their coach and coaching staffs and Randy Singh as well to not let Sudeva continue these attacks. Otherwise, it'll be very, very dangerous in the last few minutes. That's a foul by Kakocha. Not much wrong in that. Trying to win back the ball, but just fouled in the process. And we'll need the physio to have a look. And there's the incident once again, racing to win the ball. Almost a step, a collision, more of a physical contact game, as we always say. And Kakocha is down. Even Arman Ahmed is struggling. It was an intense clash to win possession. Didn't look much harmful. But either way, we were talking about the top goal scorers of these youth tournaments making their way to big levels. Previously, the tournaments in the form of Under-19 I-League and Under-18 I-League. In 2014, back in the Under-19 I-League, it was Tata Football Academy, one of the big names in Indian football in terms of producing players, and the top scorer was Udanta Singh, who has been impressive over the years. And then in 2014 to 15 season, it was AIFF Elite Academy who were the champions, but the highest goal scorer from DSK Shivajins was Lalian Zuala Changte, who is of course the top Indian goal scorer in the Hero ISL this season as well. Sudeva in attack towards the far side. Important header out of the box by Anish Singh. Putti once again delivers. They're trying to go direct now. Collects for his life. Surat Singh grabs the ball almost like the Classic Academy players would love to grab the trophy. And they're having a battle between these two, Gogocha and Arman Ahmed, and a double switch coming in for Classic Football Academy. It's Samson who is coming on to replace Zahir. And we can also see Bharat standing with him. Bharat Larenjam. There's the first one of the two substitutes. Zahir Khan has got the goal, has got Classic the lead, and now it's turn for Samson to make sure things remain the same way and maybe even better. And there's the replay of the clash between Arman Ahmed and Gogocha. And there's the other substitution. Punit Thangjam makes way for Bharat. Who is also more of an attacking minded player, who will slot in the midfield but try to create more attacks. That's a great pass forward, and the shot missed by Ramesh Chetri. Well, he knows he wouldn't get a better chance than that in today's game. The least he needed to do is to hit the target. Tried to be too precise, looked for more power, and missed the target. And Sudeva Delhi's hopes slightly flying away, just like the accuracy of that shot. Sami. Challenge coming in there. Headed in a dangerous area. Singson takes it to his left, now in his right. Trying to find a pass through for Ramesh, who is not again on the same wavelength. And well, we continue saying you about the top goal scorers. It was the under-20 I-League in 2012 when Jayesh Rane was the top scorer that season. Meanwhile, there's another substitution. It's Ayam Kamrang who makes his way, and it's Gagocha, the other goal scorer. So both the goal scorer making their way off the pitch. He seems to be slightly injured. Hopefully will be fine soon. What a treat to watch it has been to watch Gagocha Chungkam in the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup. Scoring stunning goals has been his habit, and now he makes way for a defensive substitution in the form of Ayam Kamrang. Well, somewhat eventually like for like, because Bharat Lairanjam came on a while ago. He'll move to the striking position, and Samson and Pamey will play down the flanks. There was the replay of the foul. Arbash. This is the time when Classic Football Academy will look to control things and make sure there's no more danger. Missed challenge. A great run forward by Prashan. Very, very impressive. The pass doesn't find Vaipe. End-to-end action. Bharat right now in attack for Classic Football Academy. Do they have one more goal here? Is there a killing blow? Sami back with Sudeva. Malim's pass towards Ramesh. He'll just keep it in and find a cross as well. But once again to the rescue, it's Suraj Singh. Strong and solid, confident and bursting with belief. Hangshing to the left for Samson. Good footwork. And the substitute has stayed in the midfield. Will find a shot, but not enough to beat the keeper on this occasion. So shot after a long while from Classic Football Academy. It was Ayam. Ayam seems to have slotted in the midfield. Well, two more names just for enlightenment of these young goal scorers. It was William Lalnun Fela, who has also played all around in Indian football right now in the Hero ISL. It was in 2013. And then in the last edition before the pandemic struck, it was Shiva Shakti, who is scoring goals in plenty in the Hero ISL right now. Heavy weights on his shoulders as well. The legacy of Sunil Chetri. A shot comes in off the crossbar. Can they convert? And the header somehow collected eventually. And this is the second time that Sudeva have hit the post. Once the upright, once the crossbar. And somewhere they'll be questioning their fortune even after working so hard and dominating. Remains the story. Now with the right, Classic Football Academy looking for their third. Will miss the target, but there's a player down on the ground. It's Arman Ahmed who is struggling. Well, when we talk about those players we just discussed a while ago, we also expect some from here to make big names of themselves already making a buzz around the likes of Gagocha. But the other 11, or rather 22, all of them are equally very, very talented. Asking too much of Chajo Prashan there. Back to Suraj. Lofted forward. Diminishing hopes with diminishing time. And the setting sun. A crossfield pass finds Arbash. And now Classic Football Academy. Looks like their zone. Hung Shing will let it run. He knew he was in an offside position, at least he thought so, and looked so as well. 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock of regulation time, and few more will be added on. If the scoreline stays like this, we'll have new champions. One from Manipur, another one from the northeastern states of India. Classic Football Academy will be eyeing for it and their names into the history books, but there's still a chance for Sudeva. But if they can finish this one, there wouldn't have been any more chance, but not a great attempt by Samson. Needs time to settle down once substitutes come in, but Samson has also got a goal to his name. And against a big side, Jamshedpur FC. And that was the only goal in their win against Jamshedpur. But their defense has been contact since then. They didn't concede any in that game, neither did they concede against East Bengal. And their only draw came against Shillong Lejong, who have also been former champions. And that's a dangerous shot off the crossbar. Still danger on. No foul, said the referee, but eventually it has been given. So the bar post is playing quite a role, and at the end of plenty of action here at the Deccan Arena, Hyderabad. For the third time in this game, twice for Sudeva and now once for Classic Football Academy. Denies them their third. Well, clinical performances in a row, back to back from Classic Football Academy to move towards the title. A right foot shot, this time it was better, but off target it goes. And they're suddenly looking back to life. Nilangam Pamey was the man with the shot. Well, it was a venomous, just moving away from target. And Sudeva defenders need to be aware. If they can get a goal in the last 2 minutes, the additional time will be very, very intense and highly interesting. Yaifa is down on the ground though. Struggling a bit from that challenge. Well, quickly up on his feet, it was Mate rather. Well, the ref instructs he has to stay out for a moment. So hurt his knee, it seems. Hopefully all right. And you can see the Srinidhi Deccan logo on those shirts. They also reached the round of 16, were knocked out 2-0 by Sudeva Delhi. And they'll probably be in their mind somewhat happy. That hurt being partially recovered by this performance from Classic Football Academy. If they can hold on a few more minutes, that's a good cross, but too near the goal post to find that sort of a cross. He's been one of the brightest of the Sudeva players, Damlian Vaipe. And so has been the substitute, Jojo Prussian. Almost at the end of 90. Wonder how much more will be added on. We'll wait to see. Might be 4 or 5 minutes. Straight to Karan Makkar. And 5 minutes is the additional time. Can that be a lifeline for Sudeva? Even though 2 goals is a big ask, but not an impossible one. And the way they are continuously attacking, they just needed or still need just 1 goal to open up things, which they are failing to find. Jojo Prussian trying to do it all alone. Arman Ahmed to Purti. Final few minutes of the game. Purti wins a free kick for Sudeva in the Classic Football Academy half. It's not a great free kick, but the shot is blocked away as well. Now from the left, Sami finds a cross. Remains a similar story. Most of those deliveries from the flanks to the hands of Ahibam Surat Singh. That's somehow a great touch to bring it down by Pamei. Can he find a cross? He does, but the deflection is kind enough to fall to the hands of Karan Makkar. From the right, Vaipe again. His cross is better this time, but the defending is mashed up once again by Yaifa. He has been so good today, defensively especially. His forte is attacking and going on overlaps. But when asked to do his primary task, he's done well. And once again, sums up the day for Sudeva Delhi. Another cross from the wings, straight to the hands of Surat Singh, who looks like will be able to keep his clean sheet intact. Got a slip there. Sami. Well, if we had shown you the possession stats, I'm sure it would be no less than 60 to 70% in favor of Sudeva. That's how dominant they have been in possession and in attack. But the final third action has been comparatively more lethal and brilliant by Classic Football Academy throughout the tournament. And it's 2 set pieces who makes the difference. Or rather, that makes the difference. And Surat Singh will get into the books of the referee for wasting few seconds. But he doesn't mind. It is the final game. It is the final showdown here at the Deccan Arena, Hyderabad. And we are few seconds away from finding the winner of this format with the under-17s. Pamei to the right. Well, it was goalwards, but I believe he was offside. The substitutes looking to make an impact too. We'll see if he was. Might have been marginally onside, I believe. We saw the same against Sahir in the first half. But the referee sure has a better view than us to spot an offside. Always difficult on the eye. Samson keeps it in. Past 3 challenges, avoids the red shirts and finds a pass towards the right, intercepted by Purti, who is racing forward. And cleaned away by Arbash. The work rate has been immense. It was Parathu with the clearance. Tremendous team effort, understanding, work rate and quality from the team in yellow. And the final whistle goes. The champions of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup. It is Classic Football Academy who take the trophy home to Manipur. And Genius Mashangwa, Ranidi Singh, Gogocha Chungkam and all the names on the team will be so happy and delighted for their hard-worked, hard-fought victory. Disappointment for Sudeva, who did ever so well to get themselves to this stage of the tournament and then dominate the entire game, but couldn't find a goal. 2 set pieces being the difference. And with the intensity of cosmic rays, it has struck Sudeva and taken them by shock. Somewhat expected, somewhat not, debatable, but eventually the winners, and they'll celebrate. And from pools to the rivers, they keep rising in rank as they all fall into the big vast ocean of a huge talented pool of Indian players, where each one of them would expect to shine like folds and waves of ocean water sparkling in the reflection of sunlight. And from the masters of the game, these young kids, 15, 16, 17, they're all preparing and getting ready to take the baton of the relay race of Indian football, marching forward and higher together. A disappointment for Sudeva Delhi, but these young lads have put up a show and a great contest to watch. And down to tears, but they have to recover quick. They have the quality as well. They are no less stars for the teams, runners-up of the tournament. Well, sometimes it's harsh, but it's reality. That's how it is. Not their day. And we'll have a look at the highlights of the game. There's the trophy. The Hero Under-17 Youth Cup trophy. All eyes was on it as they started the game. Both teams equally determined. Gave us a brilliant display and a show of wonderful football all around the park throughout the 90 minutes. The chief guests having an introduction with the players, the future of the nation. These youngsters will be later on signed by various clubs or maybe represent their own clubs at the higher levels, and hope for a national team call up someday in future and represent their nation, the biggest dream of any footballer. But this big stage was to be taken. The trophy was to be taken. The quest was on. The search was on. And it's Classic Football Academy who found it. And there's how it all started with the first goal. From the corner, headed in. Somehow, just the slightest of touches from Zahir Khan. Almost shouldered in, I believe. And there were a few more chances. Zahir Khan causing trouble. And then the free kick. Absolute quality written all over that finish from Gogocha Chungkam. He'll be a man to watch for. A young boy turning to a future star. In the first half, even though Sudeva had more possession, but Classic Football Academy created the majority of attacks. And the second half remained similar. Most of the goal-bound action were for Classic, even though Sudeva continued attacking. They won a few great chances. This free kick hitting the upright, and then they came close to hitting the crossbar as well. Just after that, there were a few incidents here and there. They tried and kept knocking the door to get back into the contest. But just all their attacks coming to the hands of Surat Singh, and there's where they hit the crossbar. And then, of course, even Classic Football Academy hitting the crossbar. No shortage of action in the finale. Until the very last moment, Sudeva kept trying and trying, but wasn't enough. Just not enough to find or break this solid Classic Football Academy defense. A classical performance, a classical show throughout the tournament. And they kept creating chances in the last few moments. No more goals in the second half, but the 2 goals in the first were enough to see us the champions of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup Classic Football Academy, who begin their celebrations. And why not? That's the flag of their state representing with pride. And this team will have to keep their heads down. They'll get a talking and slight bit of motivation from the coaches and staffs there. And they'll have to believe in themselves and trust their abilities and base on them to grow more. I'm not sure if that's a sticking or motivation, but whatever it is, they have to get themselves back on track and continue their hard work and practice every day in and out. They sure were no less than exciting to watch today. And happy faces there for Classic Football Academy. Some appreciation as well. Well, we'll also find out who's been the top scorer of the tournament. Of course, Surat Singh has got 6 clean sheets to his name, including today's performance. And Kokocha Chunkam with 7 goals to his name. Well, they'll be here for a while, because the presentation awaits and the trophy awaits for Classic Football Academy. Where it all started with 49 teams making their way to the national finals in the league stage, and then eventually shorted down to these 2, Classic Football Academy and Sudeva Delhi. And we have the winners, and we'll be back with the presentation ceremony in a while from now. As it stands at full time, it is Classic Football Academy 2, Sudeva Delhi FC 0. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. We are coming back in a while with the presentation ceremony to find the stars of the tournament and, of course, celebrate the trophy with the champions.
What a fantastic match to finish an incredible tournament of youth football. Indeed, the last match of the tournament lived up to its hype and did not disappoint the fans who are watching the game live back at home or those in the stands. Now moving on to the post-match presentation ceremony of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup 22-23. We would first like to welcome and invite all the esteemed dignitaries on the stage. Today, we have with us Mr. G.P. Palguna, Secretary, Telangana Football Association and AFF Executive Committee member. Mr. Shabir Ali, ex-Indian team captain and AFF Executive Committee member. Mr. Syed Arif, ex-India international player. And Mr. Katiganani Jiv Vikram Rao, Director, Srinidhi Deccan FC. We would like to start off the ceremony by thanking all of our commercial and local partners who have helped us in making this event a grand success. Title partner Hero Motocorp, official ball partner Nivea, local host Srinidhi Deccan FC and Telangana Football Association. Now we come to the team prizes. First, I would request the entire team of Sudeva Delhi FC to come up onto the stage and collect their runner-up medal from our dignitaries.
Well, we are live with the presentation ceremony, and that's the runners-up team receiving their medals. Sudeva Delhi with outstanding performance in the tournament, just falling short to find a goal here. And they'll have to keep their chin up and look forward to their future. A big moment for these youngsters.
Now it's time to welcome today's winners and the champions of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup 22-20 season, Classic Football Academy, onto the stage for the medal ceremony.
And now it's time for the winners to collect their medals and gradually make their way to the trophy. The mastermind behind everything, Vanity Singh, with his idea and a platform in the form of Classic Football Academy, rising in ranks gradually to reach the highest levels of Indian football. And right now, the champions of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup, these players have worked so hard and gifted us a pleasant gift to our eyes with the brand of football they've played, exciting to watch. And they'll be looking forward to make their name for the futures and shine individually as well. A moment of pride for their state as well, the way they held the flag of Manipur after winning. Clean sheets from Surat Singh, and there's the top goal scorer for the team, Gogocha.
Now, I would request the captain of Classic Football Academy, Master Muthu Manish Singh, to receive the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup trophy from Mr. Shabir Ali and Mr. GP Palgona. Thank our esteemed dignitaries for their gracious presence. Thank you all.
Well, his hands on the trophy, and it's their time to celebrate. The champions of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup. It's Classic Football Academy, with wonderful performances across and throughout the tournament. And the celebrations will continue. And the trophy shining bright, their names into the history books. The Under-17 edition of the tournament. It's a team effort, an entire unit together. No one wants the limelight separately. A combined effort, an example, an epitome of teamwork and beautiful football. And for you, the champions of Hero Under-17 Youth Cup. And well, that is all from the presentation ceremony. And after a hard-fought final, and a thanks out to all the organizers of the tournament for giving these youngsters such a wonderful opportunity. And of course, congratulating the young players making this contest so exciting, every of the team. And of course, massive shout-outs to the two finalists and the champions. At full time, it was 2-0, and the winners of the tournament, Classic Football Academy.